Mr. Merlin by Sally Wilde. It's not my real name. It's just my stage name, written on both sides of my little sky blue van. Mr. Merlin, it says, in huge ornate lettering. And then underneath in block capitals, children's parties, birthday parties, Christmas parties, office parties, anything. Alice used to say that the anything at the end looked a bit desperate. She was probably right. Alice isn't a real name either. Names have been changed to protect us all. She always said I should stick at it if it made me happy. It didn't matter that we had no money, so I stuck at it. I did other work, of course, work that actually paid the bills, but I soon realized that this was the only thing I'm any good at, and it made me happy. And if I was happy, Alice was happy, and if Alice was happy, I was happy. Isn't that great? Sorry, I've had a beer. Which I don't usually do, not when I'm working. Never mix booze and magic. An unwritten but very important rule. Please ignore me if I get a bit sentimental. Don't worry though, when the show starts, I will be as professional as ever. It's called magic, but it's just tricks. Clever, complicated, silly little tricks. Not real magic. We tried real magic, me and Alice. Specifically, we tried to do that one magic trick that really counts, the one where two people get into bed and 9 months later a third person shows up. Ta-da! But we could never get it quite right. The first part was fine, in case you're wondering, no problem there. But the second bit, the payoff, the big reveal, it just never quite clicked. 3 miscarriages. And Alice wasn't getting any younger. But then suddenly, she was pregnant again. We didn't tell anyone, not this time, not at first. I'm thinking all of this while listening to Mr. Landers. Call me Stuart. Stu. Of course, kids these days don't want magic, do they? Not the old-fashioned magic, anyway. Another beer? I call it classical magic, rather than, oh, you know what I mean. They want street magic. All that stuff on YouTube. That's what they do all bloody day. Bloody YouTube. God knows what it's doing to their precious little brains. Don't let it get you down, though. I think it's brilliant. There are still people like you out there doing the kind of thing you do. Like I say, it's more classical magic. Oi! You two! Stop trying to bloody kill each other and leave that bloody cake alone. I long to tell children to stop bloody killing each other. I long to tell children to leave that cake alone. The beer is good and cold. Doesn't last long. I'm quite thirsty. Someone, I have to assume it's Mrs. Landers, grabs Mr. Landers' elbow. I was just talking to the magician. Then he says to me, sorry about this. And she drags him away, avoiding my eyes. She knows. He doesn't. But she's about to tell him. The kitchen smells of today's food, and yesterday's food, and the whole history of food, lovingly prepared. Day after day, year after year, and on the kitchen table, a big square cake with the number 10 piped on in blue frosting. All alone, I'd get myself another beer, distant shouts and laughter, and whispers and children running about somewhere, unseen. I don't mind being alone, which is lucky, isn't it? I check my watch. 15 minutes till I'm due on stage. Yes, today I'm giving them the works. The skill is in making them think they're cleverer than you. Get the opening trick slightly wrong, let them laugh and jeer, or worse, and then you bow a little. Acknowledge your failure, but then you reveal, wow! You knew what you were doing all along. The kids laughing and say, no, mister, it was actually the 6 of diamonds. And everyone's laughing, but then you say, the 6 of diamonds? Oh, well. Anyway, do me a favour, will you? Take your shoe off, don't worry about the smell. That gets them laughing with you again. And then you say, what's that? And the kid looks in his shoe, and there it is, and you say, hold it up for all the boys and girls to see. And of course, it's the 6 of diamonds in his shoe. From that moment, they are yours. How did you do that? Magic. Actually, I haven't done that trick before. I've practiced it a lot, but never actually done it before. Is it a good idea to open with that? I've got to do it sometime. This beer's pretty good. Okay, so that's the opening, but then what? Do I bring the rabbit out of the hat after the thing where it looks like I've chopped my finger off, or before? Should I even do the finger guillotine at all? If no one's crying after the first 15 minutes, then go for it. The only absolute certainty is the climax, which is always the same. Yes, in the climax, Mr. Merlin will make the birthday boy disappear. Flash of light, puff of smoke, loud bang, the cabinet collapses outwards, all 4 sides falling to the floor of the stage, and amazing! The birthday boy is gone. Even Mr. Merlin looks a bit confused. He stands over the empty space, wafting his hands through the smoke as if the boy might still be in there, somewhere. But there is no birthday boy. Puff! There is nothing at all. Looking for me? They all turn around, and there in the background is the birthday boy, sitting happily with a slice of birthday cake in his hand, and the crowd goes wild. Take a bow, Mr. Merlin! You've earned it. The father joins me in the kitchen again. There's obviously something on his mind. Do I want a cup of tea? No. Am I okay? Yes. I wonder, what were the exact words his wife used when she told him? I can imagine his shocked, embarrassed, awkward reaction. His wife insisting quietly but firmly that he should have a little word with me. And here we are. He is having a little word with me. You sure you're okay? I mean, seriously, it's fine if you wanted to cancel. The kids will cope, somehow. He's trying to smile. I wonder how old he is. I wonder how rich he is. I wonder how happy he is. I wonder how scared he is. The birthday boy, what's his name? How old is he? And is today his actual birthday? Excellent. See, I need him for my final trick, where I make him disappear. Can't do it without his help. I know that an hour ago he would have made a joke about me making his son disappear for good. And how much would he have to pay for that? And we'd have a good laugh about it. Now there are no laughs, no jokes. Oh, I'll just go and see him. Looks like we're out of beer. Sorry. Everything hums in the kitchen. Everything fades a little for a little while. If only I could... Hello, Mr. Merlin. Here he is, the birthday boy. 10 years old today. Wonderful. Perfect. 10 years old today. What an age. We shake hands. Dad exits, glancing back at me as he goes, and I know he isn't going far. He'll stop just out of my sight, try his best to listen, to make sure... What? To make sure I'm not telling his child the terrible thing. She died in childbirth. The baby died too, of course. I tell him I need his help. He looks at me, perfect, brown eyes, wide with delight and intrigue. So, when I call out your name, you come up onto the stage and we'll do the whole thing, dead easy. I knew you were a clever kid as soon as I saw you. I always say that. You should see some of the kids I've tried to explain this to before. I always say that. And if you forget anything, don't worry, I'll guide you. Showtime. And despite of everything, the show must go on. The grown-ups herd all the kids into the big room at the back of the house, open plan, big French windows facing the garden. Lovely house, lovely children, lovely everything, lovely everyone. The beer buzzes with me now, mixing with a tiny pang of stage fright before I bound out in front of all the kids, all the lovely, expectant, bored, unruly, silent, ugly, beautiful children. Half-hearted applause. No problem, I'm a professional. I'll soon have them in the palm of my hand. They will be mine. There are a few grown-ups at the back of the room now, the birthday parents among them, watching, wary. How many of them know? How much do they know? The card and the shoe. The dismay when I get it wrong. The nervous laughter. But wait. Can you just take the shoe off for me? Yes, you. In the front row. Don't worry about the smell. Laughter. The right one, please. Not the wrong one. Can you take whatever that is out of your shoe and hold it for all the boys and girls to see? And there it is. The 6 of diamonds. Gasps! Applause! Cheers! And the rest of the show was a dream. Perfection. Best I've ever done. Handkerchiefs out of sleeves. Rabbits out of hats. Flowers. Glasses of water. More cards. Smoke and mirrors. The tools of my little trade. I'm having a great show. And so are they. And already it's time for my final trick. Yes! And for this very special trick, I need a very special assistant. Is it someone's birthday today? He looks so excited. His moment has come at last. He runs out of the throng and joins me up at the front. A little bit of banter between him and me, a few laughs, and then I wave my magic wand and open the door to the cabinet, and he steps in. Can you blame me for what happens next? If you were me, what would you do? And anyway, this disappearing thing is only temporary. It's only a trick. So please, don't blame me. I wave my magic wand. I say a bit of the old mumbo-jumbo. There's a loud bang, a flash, a puff of purplish smoke. The cabinet collapses outwards, all 4 sides slapping to the floor. The birthday boy is standing there, looking confused. At least one little girl in the audience bursts into tears. How long shall I stay like this? Until the nervous laughter turns into something else? Until someone comes up onto the little stage and says, "What the?" How long should I stay here, wherever here is? I wonder what they'll do with my kit, the tools of my trade. I wonder how long my van will sit outside their house. Will someone come and tow it away? Or will it sit there for years, sagging slowly, the tyres going down, moss collecting in crevices and gaps, the letters on the side fading in the sunshine? Perhaps it will become a grim tourist attraction. See this van? Remember Mr. Merlin? He went into that house, did his magic act, and then for his final trick, he just